Amit Thakker is the chairperson of Africa Healthcare Federation. He joins us now from Nairobi. I mean, good to see you. I mean, this is really going to be a game changer when it comes to reducing the malaria burden in sub-Saharan Africa, but also inequality, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you. It's definitely welcome news. We can deal with inequality, but the fact is that these innovations, which will improve lives and can reduce the malaria mortality and morbidity, is definitely welcome. And this is what R&D is all about. I'm sure as the drug and the vaccines become more affordable and cheaper, we will have more people in Africa that need it. Remember, we have the targeted 6 countries that cause 55% of the malaria burden in Africa. So we should prioritize those in need and those that are highest affected to make sure that the inequality is managed. Nigeria, Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda are the top 3 countries that should have these interventions very quickly to drop the inequity.
I mean, we all know that vaccinations are one of the most not only successful, but they're also the most cost-effective public health measures out there. I want to come back to inequality. I mean, this childhood vaccination to prevent malaria does really have the potential to reduce or improve the lives of everyone, reduce inequality all across the board.
Right. You've seen it at the pandemic. You realized when the global demand was heavy, Africa was definitely a continent that was left behind. With the malaria vaccine, I think the competing nations, the 95 odd countries which have malaria as a problem, will be competing for the vaccine. We've learned from the pandemic, and I'm hoping that a fair distribution of the vaccine will ensure that we save lives and so that we don't leave anyone behind. That is a great point that you make.
I mean, I want to talk about something else. I note, since you mentioned the coronavirus pandemic, I mean, we've seen how hesitancy with vaccines can play a role, an important role. With this new vaccine, do you expect some degree of hesitancy, or is it because that malaria has been such a dangerous disease over the past decades in this region, people will be ready to sort of jump on board?
That's a good question. Really, I'm not sure, but I think the issue of public health, and my message to the public health leadership and global leaders, is we are not doing enough as far as community awareness is concerned. Our messaging globally is extremely weak. We've seen it in the pandemic. We'll probably see it in the malaria. We'll see it in the next health emergency. I think the way we communicate with the non-health people globally about vaccines and about safety and to demystify the false news that comes out in the media, we need to do enough, including media companies like yourself. We're doing a great job. If we give the right message and we have the right regulators, where health and safety is more important than financial and geopolitical positioning, I think we'll have a healthier world. But we have a lot to do when it comes to public health messaging.
Amit Thakker, it looks like we have bright days ahead with this new vaccine, with the right message. Like you say, healthy days are ahead. Thank you very much for joining us here on the NewsHour.